All right, we are recording, so I will just turn this down. We'll get started. Everyone should just be able to jump straight in now, so I don't have to accept them. Oh no, I'm still being asked to accept. That's all right, I can do that. Okay. Hi, welcome. Let me just get my notes up. My God, you'd think I'd be organized by now, but welcome to me. Where are we? This one. Okay, great. All right. Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm so excited that so many of you could join live. I know a few people couldn't make it live, but that's okay. But the first thing I want to do is actually just acknowledge you, just acknowledge you all. Hang on, let me let people in. I just want to, just celebrate all of you. This is so awesome. I want to celebrate all of you who have just committed your time and energy to this masterclass. Even though there is no financial commitment, it's the energy and you being here and you watching this and you spending time on this that's just incredible. So just there are over 100 of you which joined this, which just, for lack of a better phrase, blows my fucking mind. But every single one of you, has committed this time to yourself and committed to you, and you should be so proud of that. So just know that I'm celebrating each and every one of you. I celebrated each and every one of you as it came through. I'm so excited that you're all here. I see a mixture of, names of people who have been in my world for a long time, some names who are recent in my world. I have my one-to-one clients in here. I have girls who've done, my containers before and are here and settled in my world, which is so awesome. I don't actually have the words to what that means for people to come here, to have names showing up in masterclasses over and over again. It reminds me of, the safety of these spaces that we're creating, and people are here settling, and that's just everything to me. So thank you so much. But equally as exciting is the fact that I think I worked out over 50% of you are names that I'm yet to meet properly and names that I am seeing for the very first time. So I want to give you an official welcome to my world. And whether this is the very beginning of your personal development journey or your business development journey, or, you have been doing this for a long time, I'm just so excited that you're here, and I'm so excited that I'm part of that journey for you. So thank you so much for being here. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get into things, as always. So this is going to be recorded for not only those of you who, couldn't make it to watch live, but also for you guys who are here live to either watch it over again or listen to as a podcast. Something that I always drill into anyone that comes into my world is that there is serious power in consuming content at least twice. The first time I like to be, incredibly present and, being present and here with me and what I'm saying. And then the second time to either take notes or pause and reflect or do whatever you need to do to be able to allow the content to sink in and have an impact, because it is, you'll always pick up on things that you didn't the first time and the third time and the fourth time. So I also really encourage everyone who is here now to jump in the chat box throughout the call. Send me a little hello now if you can see it and if you can access it, just so I know you're all good. But the energy of all of you in here right now, jumping in and answering my questions or letting me know when things land, is going to be fucking epic. So hello, Brooke. Penny is already to chat. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Thea. Okay, awesome. We know the chat box is working. But for those who are watching it back, just don't stress. I will read out all of the chat messages as they come through. So you'll still feel the energy. You'll still be able to see what everyone is saying or understand what everyone's saying. I'm really, really big on reading the energy of the call. So I want to know what's landing for you guys. I want to know what's, where you're feeling seen or where you're feeling heard or anything. So let's get involved. Let's have some fun. I am so excited for all of you being here. And those of you who, I'm just going to keep this chat box open because I keep losing it. But those of you who have been in my world before, or, have been in any of my calls before, that I just love celebrating you all. I love celebrating you for being here and committing to yourself and getting involved. So if you pop a post up on your Instagram story, you know, regarding the masterclass, regarding this call, please make sure to tag me so I can celebrate you. And then just make sure if you are watching this live, don't share anything that's kind of written in the chat box. Just kind of blur it out, just because we want to keep this a really safe space and confidential space for everyone to just be vulnerable, be seen, share what they want to share. And because I love seeing your takeaways and wins and you celebrating yourself, I'm actually going to pop everyone who shares something into a little draw. Whoever, you know, tags me and shares something, because that's fun for me and I make the rules. So I'll pop you in a draw to win a one-to-one call with me. So yeah, share a photo of the masterclass or your takeaway or your aha moment or anything you want to share, and I'll pop you in the draw for the one-on-one call. But please make sure that I look cute if you post a photo of me, not like mid talking or anything like that. Okay, cool. So I think that's it housekeeping wise. So officially, welcome to the Evidence of Expansion. I wanted to just firstly give a little bit of background into why I actually felt called to run this masterclass and why I wanted to do it. Basically, 4 months ago, if you haven't kind of heard this story before, but 4 months ago, I was just essentially a completely different human to where I am now. You know, 4 months ago, I was seriously at rock bottom, and I'll save you the details of what was going on because that's not what we're here for. But essentially, there was this one moment that I keep recalling that I was literally on my bedroom floor. I was crying really fucking hard on the phone to my ex-boyfriend. He had to transfer me money to pay my rent. And it was in that very moment that I decided that that was it. And that was my rock bottom. And I was done feeling like that. Like I was done. I'd felt like that for so long. I was tired of it. And it was time to make a change. So that was 4 months ago. And in the 4 months since that moment, I have made over $86,000. Thank you, Thea. $86,000 in 4 months when I had to borrow rent money 4 months ago. I was barely surviving 4 months ago, and I have done that in 4 months. So where this masterclass came from is the fact that I have hard fucking evidence on how to expand. Like I am the evidence that expansion can happen at a really fucking rapid rate. And that type of expansion can be achieved once you decide that that's just how it's going to work for you, right? And that's just what you're going to settle for. And right now I feel like I'm in such a state of overflow in, you know, my life and my business that I have the capacity to just be able to do this stuff for fun. Like I can just sit here and deliver a masterclass to more than 100 fucking people who want to be here with me. And that is what I truly enjoy doing. So what I actually enjoy doing is inspiring and empowering people just because I fucking can. Like my mission and my purpose isn't to make money. It's never been to make money. It's to inspire, and it's to be the best fucking version of myself, and it's to step into my power and live the life that I create. My purpose is to give people the tools to step into their power, right? And it's to leave people in a better and stronger place than when I found them. And so that's what I'm here to do. And if I can inspire and light that fire in at least 1 out of 103 of you, then mission accomplished. I'm all good. So I just need one of you to do it and I'm sweet. Thea says, girl, you're my idol. Thank you so much. Kirsten, I'm so fucking proud of you. Thank you. I'm proud of you too. But I guess what I wanted to take you through in this masterclass was essentially just kind of the biggest shifts that I have made in my life that have allowed me to expand so rapidly, just to kind of tell you what you can start to implement and what you can start to shift and show you that that's what's possible. But these, you know, shifts that I made, they've allowed me not only to grow my business significantly. I know a lot of you in here are business owners, but a lot of you aren't as well. And it hasn't only allowed me to grow my business significantly. It's allowed me to strengthen my relationships. It's allowed me to build deep connections with people that I didn't even know 4 months ago. It's allowed me to build my sense of self and just in general become a really fucking expansive and abundant human being. And I feel like that is just the one thing that you want, right? That is where business success comes in. That is where relationship success comes in. Everything comes down to who you are as a human. And the first thing and the biggest thing I've come to realize is that who you are as a human has everything to do with the reality that you're creating, right? Who you are as a human is responsible for your reality, which is exactly why I do the work that I do, right? And why I say that, you know, I don't change my teachings between clients. I don't change my teachings if it's a beauty business client, if it's a content creator, if it's just a human being wanting to be in personal development, because my teachings are on the human. The way that I expand you is I expand your human, and everything else flows from that. I could give literally any business owner the marketing strategy to make 6 figures, but if they don't actually have awareness of their concept of self, there's absolutely no point to that strategy. I could put someone's dream partner, right? I could put someone's dream partner in front of them with a diamond ring ready to marry them. But if they haven't identified their relationship wounds or their sense of self-confidence, that relationship is going to fail. No matter who it is, right? I could give you $10 million, but if you have been conditioned to having an unhealthy relationship with money, you're going to be right back to where you are right now. Undoubtedly. Exhibit A, you know, how many stories have you heard of people winning the lotto and then going completely bankrupt? Because it all comes down to who you are as a human. So my point is that the longer that you focus on external factors, on the strategy, on the action, on the to-do lists, on your marketing, on all of that, rather than looking at who you are as a human being, the longer it is actually going to take you to get to where you need to be. I can promise you that. So the first thing I learned, the biggest thing I've learned, the most expensive thing I've learned is that investing in me was far more beneficial and had a much bigger return on investment than investing in my business, right? Than investing in Facebook ads, in graphic design, in time sitting there writing blogs. I'm not just talking about financial investment here. I'm talking about time, right? There's no point sitting up until midnight working on your business if you don't take an hour for yourself. There's no point sitting there working 9 to 5 if you don't take a day to yourself to do something that's good for you, right? It's not just financial investment. It's time investment. It is financial investment. It is investing in what you desire because you are your safest investment. And I wanted to share with you one of my favorite teachings. I actually recently just did a 3-week course around all this work. A couple of you were in there as well that are in here. But I wanted to show you just how much of what's going on below the surface impacts the reality you're creating around you. I mean, you're here for the evidence, right? This is science. You can't deny this. So your subconscious mind makes up 95% of who you are. It makes up 95% of your decisions, of your actions, of your thoughts, of your reality, right? So your conscious mind makes up 5%. And your conscious mind is the mind that decides that you want to go to the gym in the morning. It's the mind that decides you want to build a 6-figure business. It's the mind that decides that you want to be in a relationship, right? All of those conscious decisions, they only have influence over 5% of what you do and 5% of your thoughts. So when you consciously decide with 5% of you that you want to build a 6-figure business, and you start the business and you create the website and you make the products and you do all the strategy, but you don't do any work on the 95% of you that has the money blocks and the imposter syndrome and the limiting beliefs, do you think you're going to be able to build a 6-figure business? No chance, right? When you consciously decide, okay, at 9 p.m. tonight, right? Let's say I decide that tomorrow I'm going to set my alarm for 5 o'clock and I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to put my workout gear out and I'm consciously like making that decision to go to the gym in the morning. But I don't actually do any subconscious work on what I want from the gym, my purpose behind going, acknowledging that I might be a little bit nervous, fearful. What am I fearful of? How likely is it that you're going to roll over and snooze that alarm when it goes off the next day? When 95% of you is fearful, is not sure why we're going to the gym, lacks sleep, lacks comfort, and it's battling the 5% of you that's like, yeah, I want to go to the gym tomorrow. Right? The alarm is going to be, it's snoozed. Thea says, this book backs everything Em says. The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Yes, it's a great book. Great book. Kirsten, this is why I was at the Hot Springs Friday. Love it. Okay, so when you consciously decide that you're going to start dating again after a breakup, right? You're consciously going, okay, I'm ready to put myself out there. But you don't take the time to heal the wounds created from your last relationship. You don't work on your sense of self-worth that was like destroyed from your last relationship. You don't take the time to heal. How do you think you're going to cope when the first guy you go on a date with doesn't reply to your message or isn't interested or reminds you of your ex? You'll probably be an absolute wreck, right? You'll delete all your dating apps and swear off dating for good. Without doing that subconscious work, that conscious decision of I'm ready to start dating again, you've got no chance. So the single biggest thing that has led to my expansion in business, my expansion in relationships, my expansion in finances, my expansion in friendships is my expansion of self, is the expansion of me. And the work that I've done on myself as a human being, I have made the decisions to do what is required of me to move, right? The work I've done on my frequency and putting myself on the frequency of everything that I desire and not settling for anything less, right? Making fucking moves. Who here has heard the word authenticity before? Yeah. Yeah. Me. Awesome. So authenticity, for those who may have not heard it, means you are completely 100% true to yourself, right? You're 100% true to yourself, your personality, and your values, regardless of what is going on around you, regardless of external pressure, regardless of external circumstances, regardless of external decisions, opinions, everything, right? Now, who here truly believes they are showing up to their life authentically? Fia, doing this. In every aspect of your life, who here can say you're showing up to your life 100% true to yourself, 100% true to your personality, 100% true to your values? Penny says not often enough. There's a bit of unsure faces around here. Right. No one is really a fuck yes, I'm getting. No one's really there. Okay. Now, who here wants big things for their life? Yeah, we've got some fuck yeses now. Yeah. Me, Maddie says, me, yep. Yes, Liv. I mean, if anyone here says no, then you're probably in the wrong place right now. You might want to just jump off the call. Right, everyone. Yes, 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 yes. Hell yes. 100% yes. Love it. Okay. So let me tell you right now, if you want a big life, you need to make big moves. Right? It's really simple. And big moves don't come from a place of fitting in. And the minute you stop showing up for yourself authentically and showing up authentically to whatever you're doing, the minute you try to fit in or you prevent yourself from doing something because of other people's opinions, or you're worried about what people might think of you, or you do something you feel like you should do, or you don't do something like you feel like you shouldn't do, unless it's illegal, of course, but the minute you stop showing up for yourself authentically is the minute you lose yourself, right? And it's by not showing up authentically, you're fucking playing small. You are really playing small, and you're all here for 100% fuck yes, 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 big life. But you're telling me you're not showing up authentically everywhere. And that's okay. There's no shame in that. I never ever want anyone to shame themselves for that, because you're human, right? You are human. You condition yourself to think that, there's parts of yourself authentically that aren't acceptable, that they're unsafe, that they're not going to be accepted, and that doesn't provide us safety, right? But you can't expand from inside a box. And by playing small, you're putting yourself in that little box that you feel like you should fit in. Thea says, product line coming in 2023. Love it. That's big business energy, Thea. I love it. If you want a big business, if you want a big life, if you want to do big things, you need to make big moves, right? And that's the next thing I want to touch on, which has been an absolute catalyst in rapid expansion for me. And that is making big, bold moves and making them before I am ready, right? Making big, bold moves before I am ready, because expansion comes from pushing your limits. It doesn't come from a place of safety. It doesn't come from a place of familiarity. It goes without saying, I'm sure you've all heard this cliche before, but if you've won something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done, right? And that comes from a place outside of your comfort zone, because if you've done it before, it's comfortable. But if you haven't done it before, it's fucking scary. And it's going to scare the shit out of you. And that is where you look at that in the eyes and you say, this is where my expansion happens. Because when you push yourself and you challenge yourself in ways where you know that you're going to be okay, and you know that you back yourself, and it's inevitable that you're going to succeed and everything is going to happen for you, just watch the world around you change. Because that's when you're playing in big life energy. And that's where the magic fucking happens. A few weeks ago, this is just a couple of examples, right, of how I'm embodying that, like pushing myself out of my limits. But a few weeks ago, my business coach, my first container is coming to the end of her. And I already told her week 2 of my container with her, I already pushed myself to join a container with her, because she charged a lot more than I have ever invested in myself before, right? She charged $8,000 for 6 weeks, but I knew I had to work with her. So I pushed myself and I told myself I'd make it work. I had the first payment in the payment plan there, and I told myself that whenever the payment was due, it would come. That's fine. So I already told her week 2 that I wanted to extend. I knew I wanted to extend with her. I knew it was a long-term thing. And then she posted a mastermind that she's going to run in January. And everything that she posted, I was like, this is me. This sounds exactly what I want. This is exactly what I want to be a part of. And I'm going to do this. And then I saw that the price was almost $17,000 to do this mastermind. And I exited out of it. And I was like, nah, that's not, I don't have $17,000. Jesus. And I have never, ever committed that kind of money to anything before. I've bought, smaller containers here and there. I'm on payment plans for a little bit more, but $16,000, I've never invested that amount of money before. So I exited out of it, and then I thought about it. And I thought about the fact that I have never, ever committed that kind of money to anything like that before. So I knew what I had to do. And I had to join the mastermind, because that was expanding myself, and that was pushing myself to a limit that I had never been at before. That is double the amount of money that I've ever committed before. And I spoke to her today about it. And she goes to me, you know for a fact that from that $16,000, $17,000, you're going to make $1 million. You know that. We both know that. Because with that level of commitment, with that level of committing to yourself and knowing that you back yourself and knowing that you're going to show up to yourself, with that level comes an expansion that'll be tenfold. And that goes for anything, whether you're committing $5, $1,000, $20,000. That commitment to yourself will always come back tenfold. And that's just what happens when you play it big. So if your expansion is paying $5 for a masterclass, that's your expansion. I'm not saying you need to go and spend $17,000 on a masterclass. I'm saying that you need to look something in the face that is telling you, ooh, that is gonna push my limits, and you need to push through it, because that's where expansion happens. I have paid almost $50,000 in coaching and mentoring courses alone in the last 6 months, because I know that, again, that the best investment is me. And by doing that, I'm putting myself on a frequency, knowing that I'm a safe bet. I'm worth investing into. My success is inevitable. And the more I stretch myself like an elastic band, the further I'll fucking go. I sat down the other day, another example of me stretching myself. I sat down the other day and I started to plan out my 2023 financial goals. And I had worked out, did the maths. My strategy mind came in. I did the maths and I worked out that with that kind of $86,000 mark in the last 4 months, it makes sense to set my goal to be a $300,000 year next year. Right? And I felt like, yeah, that's a reasonable goal. So I wrote down $500,000 because I don't want to set a goal that feels reasonable. I want to fucking make myself stretch. I want to be uncomfortable and I want a challenge. And to me, $500,000 is something that's like, what the fuck? Good luck to me. But 300,000, I've showed myself that I can get there. I've done the 86 in 4 months. So the idea of writing down $500,000, that stretches me. That dysregulates me. That makes me want to vomit thinking about that. And that dysregulation shows me that that's uncomfortable, and that's what you need to experience, right? Maddie, you got this. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'll talk to you in 12 months. Thea, once you set your mind to something, there's no stopping you. Absolutely. Absolutely. The idea of pushing yourself to the limits, it goes further than financials. It goes further than, paying for something that is scary or setting goals that are scary, right? Kirsten, babe, we are here backing you as well. Absolutely. How can I fail with all of you? Seriously. Like I said, okay, it goes further than financials, right? Stretching your limits can be having deep fucking conversations with your partner or your friends, right? Conversations in places that you've never had before that feel uncomfy, right? That's stretching yourself. It looks like, lifting a little bit of a heavier weight than you're used to or than what's comfortable when you go to the gym, right? This is something I'm reminding myself of every day. I up my weights every single day because I'm someone that's like, oh yeah, this feels nice. I can do this. Not a sweat was broken because I'm like, I'm working out. It's fine. But it's pushing yourself to that discomfort, right? It's pushing yourself to that discomfort. It's putting a photo of yourself on Instagram, right? When you usually hide your face, or talking on your story when you usually hide your face. Penny. That is discomfort. You're pushing yourself out of discomfort, right? It's launching a podcast when you feel like you don't have anything to say. And one of my clients, Brooke, knows this is directed at her when I say this, because for months we have been saying that she needs to do this. It's feeling that fear and pushing through, knowing, like I said, the more you stretch yourself, the further you are going to fucking go, right? Thea, what happens if you don't hit your goal? The goal is just something for you to launch to, right? You don't even need to set goals if you want to, right? But it's the fact that you're expanding yourself. If you don't set goals, what are you doing? You're sitting in the comfort, right? Setting goals just gives you that stretch. It gives you that dysregulation of like, holy fuck, like, wow. You know, Thea, once upon a time, you set a goal with me to have 2 clients in 1 week. Remember that? How many clients did you have this week? Well, how many clients have you had? You've had like, what, over 20 clients in a week before. 18. There you go. Yeah. Once upon a time, you set the goal of having 2 clients with me. And you had 18 clients last week. So the goal isn't what's important. It's the fact that you're stretching yourself. Suzanne, adjust the timeline, never the goal. Exactly. That is awesome. I love that saying. Okay, so everyone else has their own human experience, right? And this is where that goal setting comes in. So expansion is going to come from, just like right now, putting yourself in rooms and sitting at metaphoric tables with people that expand you. That is another thing that I can say has been catastrophic to my growth, right? That's why I invest in coaches. That's why I invest in masterminds. We are conditioned our whole lives, and anyone who did Conscious Bish knows this, but we are conditioned our whole lives to see our concept of self the way we have built it from things that we have observed, from things that we have heard, from things that we have seen, from things that we have experienced. We build our concept of self and our concept of the world based on our own human experience. Therefore, like I said, everyone has their own human experience, which gives everyone else extreme power to see and reflect your blind spots. Thea, I was told by family not to have a business as I have a son. Now I'm proving them wrong. I love this, right? But it's important to have people in your life that expand you, just like this beautiful group of people right now that are going to sit here and say, wow, okay, I noticed that you have this view on this thing. Let me show you a different way, or let me reflect to you what this may mean, right? The amount of times I go in and I go on like this rant to my coach in Voxer, and I talk about all these things, and she comes into me and she says, I can reflect to you that this is because you experienced this when you were 7 years old, right? And it's shit like that putting yourself in a room with people who can expand you and challenge you to think in different ways, and you can allow those people to see your blind spots, and they can hold space for you, and they can help you navigate it. That is so fucking important. So important. Because if you think about the people that you surround yourself with, and if they're not expanding you, if they're not challenging you, if they are allowing you to sit in comfort, they might be great to have and sit and have a movie night with, but you wouldn't talk to them about business, right? You wouldn't talk to them about the growth. Like, I have some of my best friends in my life I've never spoken to about business, because I know that's not the room for it. That's not the right table for it. I'll talk to them about, I don't know, Love Island. We have just as much fun talking about that. But putting yourself in rooms with people who you know are going to expand you, that is going to make the world of difference. And then from there, having people expand you and reflect things to you, it's then your responsibility to take radical fucking responsibility and do the work, right? One of the most influential teachings from my coach has been this piece around radical responsibility. and taking that radical responsibility for every aspect of your life. How many people in here can say that in every aspect of your life, your relationship, your friendships, your physical health, your mental health, your business, how many of you can say that you hold the highest standards in all of those aspects? Thea, you can? That's great. Tiana shaking her head, Liv shaking her head. Penny, not consistently. Bronwyn, nope. Laura, nup. Kirsten, lol. I can't say that. I can't say that because we're human, right? And it's really fucking hard. So Thea, I commend you. That's amazing. It's definitely something that we need to move through consciously, right? How many people in here, of the business owners in here, how many of you here want to have a 6-figure business, but you sit and scroll social media for a few hours a day? Own up. Yep. Hands are up. Bronwyn says guilty. Laura, I feel attacked. Sarah, guilty. Amy, hand up. Yep. Maddie, yep. Penny, it's getting sure, Penny. Penny says it's getting inspiration. I've seen the videos you tag me in. Tagging me in videos of dash hounds is not inspiration. But I enjoyed them. Don't stop. Kirsten, it's your fault, lol. I'm always on yours. That's all right. That's personal development. Okay, how many people in here want to have a healthy relationship with a partner, and that's something that they strive towards, or something that they value, but you refuse to set boundaries or have difficult conversations with someone else in your life? Maybe it's a family member, or maybe there's a friend that always talks to you about, always emotionally dumps on you, and you struggle to set boundaries. I definitely can. Or maybe you want to have a healthy relationship, you desire to have a healthy relationship, but you don't take yourself on dates. You don't spoil yourself. You don't love yourself in ways that you want to be loved. Yeah, I'm getting some nods now. Okay, how many people here want to create their dream life, and they're here to make big things in life, but you don't prioritize fueling your body with nourishing, healthy foods? Some hands up. That's definitely one I can vouch for. That's me. Brooke, yep, that's a part. Yep. Yep. This Natalie, me for sure. Thea, love Macca's. Penny, I try. Okay, cool. How many people say they want to make lots of money and have their dream life, but they don't prioritize moving their body at least once a day, going for a walk, going to the gym, look after their physical health? Some nodding. How many people, Kirsten, me, yeah, Penny, that's me. How many people want to create their dream life, and whatever that means for them, whether that's making lots of money, creating a 6-figure business, they're really determined to live a big life, but what's another example? I just had it in my head and I lost it. But they don't invest in their mental health. They don't take personal development courses. They don't see a therapist. They don't take a walk. They don't meditate. How many of you want to create your dream life and be the best version of yourself possible, but you don't look after yourself personally? Brooke says yes. Bronwyn, guilty. Some nodding. I'm trying. That's good. You're here, which is good. Maddie, I'm 50. Thea, I try 80. Okay, cool. None of those are 100% though, is it? So I'm telling you right now that the standards that you set for yourself in all areas of your life will flow into all other areas. Tiana, mental health is a priority. Good. I like it. So Brooke says, conscious that I need to, but don't try hard enough. Yeah. Okay, cool. So for Maddie, who gives 50% to personal development and mental health, and Thea, who gives 80%, and, everyone who's guilty of not looking after themselves, but they want a big life, how can you expect a big life to happen if you're not giving yourself the best fucking chance at it? If you're not investing in yourself to give yourself that chance. If you want to build a big business, but you don't make time to prioritize your physical health by going to the gym or going for a walk or getting massages or getting facials or anything, right? Physically looking after you, how can you expect to build a big business or make lots of money? Maddie, one cannot. Exactly. One simply cannot. If you want to have a dream relationship that takes you on cute dates and spends lots of money on you and buys you nice things and treats you well and gives you lots of compliments, but you're telling yourself that you look shit and you need to go to the gym and you're not happy with your body and you're not complimenting yourself and you're not buying yourself nice things, what standards are you holding for the relationship with yourself? How can you expect a wonderful partner to come in, sweep you off your feet, tell you that you're beautiful if you don't do that for yourself? So being really fucking conscious of the standards I was holding for myself changed my life and changed my business and everything that it flowed into. The standard I was holding in my romantic life, the minute I set boundaries, the minute I spoke to my standards and I didn't settle for anything less, my business grew. Right? The minute I invested money into a business coach, I was sitting here and I was eating like shit and I was trying to do work and I was feeling brain fog and I was feeling shitty. I then realized that I need to invest money into a personal trainer too. And tomorrow I have a meeting with a gut health coach, right? I'm investing just the same amount of money in business that I am in myself, because those are the standards I'm setting for myself. And if I'm not setting the standards for my health, how can I expect to build a $500,000 business next year when I have a leaky gut? I know $500,000 business is coming from leaky guts. Last night, this is another example, right? Last night I drove to a Christmas dinner, like a Christmas party. And I was there and I got excited and everyone was drinking and doing shots. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave my car and I'm going to enjoy myself. But then I realized I drove for a reason, because I made the conscious decision that I wanted to wake up fresh today. I consciously knew that I get really hungover and that's like a 2-day brain fog, that's not the standards I want to set for myself, right? I don't enjoy being hungover. My business doesn't deserve me being hungover. My clients don't deserve me being hungover. Those aren't the standards that I'm setting. So I had one cocktail and I drove home. So how can you consciously take radical responsibility for the life that you're creating? What do you need to clean up? Where do you need to clean up? How can you set and maintain your standards across the board, knowing that that is going to overflow into all aspects of that dream life that you want? Because all of you are here for a big fucking life. So I want you to start to call yourself out on the shit that's leaking, right? The shit that's not up to standard. Laura, delete TikTok, such a time waster. Yep, absolutely. I love it. What are you going to do? Delete TikTok? Great start. Great start. I wish I could do that. But I actually have to be conscious now, which challenges me to not sit and scroll. I don't sit and scroll on TikTok. I use it to upload for Azure, and that's it. So it's about being really conscious of the decisions that you're making and the standards that you're setting yourself. And, you know, from everything, big things to like pulling yourself out of bed to go to the gym. Hi, you come to say hi. Hello. Pulling yourself out of bed to go to the gym. Between that or sneaking into the cupboard and grabbing some chocolate after dinner. Right? Nothing wrong with a bit of chocolate, but if you've consciously decided that you want to cut out chocolate, you're the only one watching. You're the one that's going to call yourself out, and you need to. So what I can sit here and tell you right now is that you have the power to expand. I can guide you. You can sit here, you can join masterclasses, you can watch videos, you can learn things, but the power's in you. You literally have the power to create whatever life it is that you want to create. I know you already knew that. I know that's why you're here. But I wanted to show you the evidence, hence the evidence of expansion. Groundbreaking. I wanted to show you that this shit is scientific, right? Personal development works because your brain is a place that you can control. And if you're here, I already know that you're destined for great things. And I know that you're going to have a big life because you've invested this time in yourself already. And so it's up to you whether you achieve those great things or not. It's up to you. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Another cliche. So it's about your commitment to do the work. Invest in yourself. Invest in you. Set the standards for your life and the standards that you're settling for and the standards that you're showing up to, and watch the fucking world around you change. That's all from me. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm so I actually don't have words for 103 of you joining this fucking masterclass. Like, what the fuck is life? But just thank you so much. Thank you for committing your time to me. I am so excited that I had you all here, and I've seen all your names, new and old, and everyone here, and you're all going to achieve such greatness because I just know, like, whether you're on the start of your journey or you've already been doing it, the fact that you're here, whether you're here live or you're rewatching this, you have a commitment to yourself. So this is just, yeah, the beginning. Oh my God, all your messages. Thank you, Laura. This was inspiring. Thank you, Jess. This has been, oh my God, you're moving too fast. Jess, this has been amazing. Thank you, Suzanne. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I love that. Another cliche. Thank you. Thanks, girl. Loved this. Thank you, Em, for your commitment. Yeah, I love that too, Suzanne. Now on to watch Conscious Bitch. Yes, love it. I love you guys. I love you all so much. Have a lovely night, and I'll see you around. Bye.